congratulations on the film.
Thank
really
you.
Fantastic work.
Oh, great.
Very complex as well in its themes and natures. What was the kind of main thing that you wanted to show through the movie?
Well, I think you're right. It is I think in this franchise, the theme is very much man versus nature somehow. And in this case, Queen Ingrid, trying to shape nature into, controlling nature. And you can see it in her garden and everything, the trees are square and like cut and the jewelry she's wearing is like very much conformed and, and then the dark fade, the other Maleficents in the movie, very much representing nature and the different biomes in nature, tundra, the jungle, the forest, the desert, and it was great fun to design them based on that concept.
What do you think we can learn from this movie? Because obviously with fairy tales, sometimes we can learn life lessons from fairy tales. What do you think we can learn from this movie?
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think what's important for us was to show, to be a little bit more kind to one another, I think, like show a bit more tolerance and kindness. And it was interesting developing this story and seeing a little bit reflecting today's society in the way that, if you can control the narrative of the story like Queen Ingrid does in our film, you very much can, control people's feelings, and you can divide and spread fear, So it was interesting developing Queen Ingrid together with Michelle Pfeiffer and seeing how that actually mirrored, what you can do today with a tweet or, and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, social media is a funny one.
Yeah.
But when we look at social media, we see all these images of movie stars, and the fact that Angelina, this is a part in which she's played before. So how did you kind of use her and her previous portrayal as Maleficent, and what was your approach to taking the story forward?
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. She's so iconic, in her, the way she looks. And it was interesting. I mean, it was amazing days on set when she comes out with the horns, and it's like see it. Oh, absolutely. I see her from across the room, and see her.
You can't miss her, can you, with her horns?
Exactly. It's very iconic. And I kind of feel, when I have her in front of the camera, especially, battling it up with, Michelle Pfeiffer and Elle Fanning and all of those, amazing actors going at it. You really feel very privileged as a filmmaker. And it's very important for me this is Maleficent 2.0, this is, I want to take this to the next level, and at the same time being true to the story and keep what the fans love, from the first story. And for me, I think that's very much the emotional core is what surprised me a little bit with the first film, actually, how much it grabbed me, So, that's been very important for me to keep the relationship between Maleficent and Aurora, mother and a daughter, and something as a parent myself I totally relate to. So.
And what do you think fans can look forward to with this movie? Because obviously this isn't Sleeping Beauty 2.0. This is a completely new story with some new characters, plot lines that people aren't necessarily expecting. So what can the fans really look forward to?
Well, I mean, I think it's important for me it is a sequel, as you say, but I want to make an original film, and yes, this is an original story. It's not based on any, old legend, although we are keeping some of the characters and spinning further into it. I think for what I felt was interesting here was to find out a little bit more about Maleficent and, where she originates from. And in this movie, she's exiled and find out that she's not the only one. She's not the only dark fae in this universe. She's not the only Maleficent. And I think for me that was very, very exciting to explore and to dive into that. So.
Well, congratulations on the movie. I loved it. I loved
the
originality of it, and brilliant job. Fantastic. Lovely to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.